Coca-Cola 600 qualifying is officially concluded from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Chase Briscoe has won his second pole of 2025. What's going on, guys? It's Daniel, and welcome back to the video. As I just said a second ago, 2025 Coca-Cola 600 qualifying has officially concluded from Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Chase Briscoe has won his second pole of 2025. Of course, his first pole came earlier this year for the Daytona 500, and now he's got his second pole of the season. This 19 team has been really turning the corner over the course of the last couple of weeks. Early in the year, it felt like this team was really starting off slow, but they've been qualifying a lot better. They've been finishing a lot better. They're coming off a top 5 finish at Kansas Speedway. They show really good speed, another mile and a half like Homestead, and I think they've been one of the best JGR cars so far in 2025. Yes, he's kind of borderline on that playoff spot currently at the moment right now, but Chase Briscoe and this 19 team are really starting to merge and starting to click. And you got to think about this too. Chase Briscoe is going to have some experience in the Xfinity Series race coming up here really soon. And while the Xfinity and Cup Series cars are clearly different, I do think that this is going to be a really strong run for Chase Briscoe. He's been good at Charlotte Motor Speedway in the past. He was really good here a couple years ago, battling Kyle Larson for the win when he was, of course, driving for Stewart Haas Racing. This is a really big deal, though, for the 19 team. They're building up a lot of momentum. They're building up a lot of speed, and it's good to see the 19 car on the pole once again. I remember when Truex won multiple poles for the Coke 600. Now Chase Briscoe will try to win his first ever Coca-Cola 600 and his second ever Crown Jewel win, as, of course, he did get it at the Southern 500 last year, holding off a hard-charging Kyle Busch. So once again, congratulations to Chase Briscoe on winning his second pole of 2025 and his first ever pole for the Coca-Cola 600. Really impressed with the speed the 19 car showed today. So now we're going to talk about all the top qualifiers and get my thoughts on Prime's coverage and also thoughts on who are the favorites going into the event. So Chase Briscoe wins the pole. Kyle Larson qualifies second. Of course, Kyle Larson's going to have a really busy day tomorrow. He'll be starting 21st in the Indianapolis 500. He's got decent speed, actually 19th in the Indianapolis 500. Multiple cars like Joseph Newgarden and Will Power have to go to the rear of the field, and Kyle Larson just missed it out by a little bit. But Larson's car looked really good in practice earlier today. His long run speed's really good. And while I don't know if he's going to have a chance to win the Indy 500 tomorrow, I certainly think he's got a great chance and opportunity to win the Coca-Cola 600. I think he's got a really fast car. Larson won the Coke 600 4 years ago back in 2021. He's starting second. Fantastic speed for Larson. He'll be starting on the front row. William Byron qualifies third. This has been one of the strength things of William Byron this year. William Byron has been really consistent, and his qualifying speed's been really good this year, and he's once again starting in the top 5. The 24 car also looked really good in practice. Had the experience to run the Xfinity Series race that you're seeing, but a really great qualifying run for Byron. He'll start third. Fantastic job for Byron. He'll start inside the top 5. Chris Buescher qualifies fourth. Another top 5 qualifying run for Chris Buescher. Let's just hope this time around he doesn't get any sort of penalties. Of course, they're appealing that penalty that he got currently at the moment. But Chris Buescher, really solid speed starting in the top 5. Good speed for the driver of the 17. AJ Allmendinger qualifies 5th. Really impressed with the speed from the 16 car. His car looked really good on the long run, and I like their starting up front considering the last couple mile and a half have not gone well for this team. So fantastic job for Allmendinger. He'll start in 5th position. John Nemechek qualifies 6th. This 42 team has been really starting to click. They've had multiple top 10s in recent weeks. They made the All-Star race, got in from the All-Star Open, and today they're starting inside the top 10 for the Coke 600. So really good speed for John Hunter. He'll start in 6th position. Ty Gibbs qualifies 7th. They had a couple bad weeks recently, but this, of course, will be his 100th career NASCAR Cup Series appearance. I think Ty Gibbs has a good chance for a solid run this weekend. I know I predicted he would suck this weekend, but the car looked pretty solid for Gibbs. He'll be starting 7th. Good job for the 54 team. Noah Gragson qualifies 8th. Solid speed for Noah Gragson starting inside the top 10. Grayson's had some good qualifying runs, but hasn't had all the consistency, but he'll start inside the top 10. Good job for Noah Gragson. Alex Bowman qualifies 9th. Lost a little bit of ground, but gets himself a top 10 starting spot. Good job for Bowman. And Christopher Bell will start in 10th position. Bell, of course, the defending winner of the Coca-Cola 600. Gonna have a little bit of work to do starting from 10th, but I think the speed is there. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. qualifies 11th, solid speed from the 47 team. Tyler Reddick qualified 12th. He was on track to maybe get up the pole, but he hit the outside wall during qualifying. Got a little work to do, but he'll start 12th. Good speed for Reddick. Justin Illy qualifies 13th, solid speed for the Spire Motorsports driver. Austin Center qualifies 14th, the fastest of the Penske cars. The Penske cars are really struggling this week, and they don't have the overall pace to contend. He'll start in 14th. Michael McDowell starts 15th. Joey Logano starting 16th. Very similar, of course, to Center. Just not the speed that we kind of expected from him. Going to have a lot of work to do. Jimmy Johnson qualifies 17th. How about that for Jimmy to qualify inside the top 20? He's got decent speed. Starting inside the top 20, these legacy cars are definitely showing more speed. And Jimmy Johnson's been doing a solid job in the last couple of races that he's ran. This won't be his last Cup start, which is 700 star. Really good job for Jimmy to qualify inside the top 20. We'll see if he can have the speed during the Coca-Cola 600. Josh Berry qualified 18th. I think Berry, unlike the other Penske cars, will have speed tomorrow. His mile and a half speed's been better than the other Penske cars this season, and I really like the speed they're showing currently at the moment. So starting inside the top 20, good job for Josh Berry in the 21. Ty Dillon qualifies 19th. Ryan Blaney qualifies 20th. A little bit of work to do for Ryan Blaney to get up front, but I think Blaney will be a factor. Of course, won the Coke 600 2 years ago. Good speed for Blaney. Well, not good speed, but the worst of the Penske cars, which is surprising, but I think his long run speed was actually not too bad. Denny Hamlin qualified 21st. A little disappointing for Denny Hamlin's got a little bit of work to do to get up front, but he'll start inside the top 25. Chase Elliott qualified 22nd. Once again, getting outperformed by his Hendrick teammates on qualifying. They've got to get better in qualifying because they want to get those stage points. They're getting good finishes, but they're not getting a lot of the points they need. Not a good job from Chase, which is surprising. He'll start 22nd. Zane Smith qualified 23rd. Kyle Busch qualified 24th. He will likely have to go to the rear of the field because he had some sort of issues with, I think, steering, I'm pretty sure. They didn't get a lot of practice time, unfortunately. Got some work to do. He'll start in 24th. Daniel Suarez qualified 25th, the fastest of the Trackhouse cars. A lot of work needs to be done with those cars, especially for qualifying, but they had decent speed in practice, so maybe they're set up for the event. Austin Dillon qualified 26th. Eric Jones qualified 27th. Ryan Preece qualified 28th. Not good for him. Cole Custer qualified 29th. Shane Van Gisbergen qualified 30th. He didn't qualify that well, and it's been his biggest struggle this season, but top 30, I know it's not great for SVG, but he showed pretty good speed in practice, especially on the long run. I like the number 88 car. I think he's got potential for a top 20, a lot better than I thought he'd do. Solid speed for SVG. He'll start in 30th. If I remember correctly, he got a top 15 in the Xfinity race last year at this track, so solid for SVG. He'll start in 30th. Riley Harris qualified 31st. Bubba Wallace qualified 32nd. Bubba just didn't have the speed at all. That car's been a little bit off this weekend, unfortunately, which is surprising considering Bubba's been really good on the mile and a half all year. Got quite a bit of work to do. He'll start in 32nd. Connor Zilisch qualified 33rd, of course, making his NASCAR Cup Series oval debut this weekend. That car just hasn't had the overall pace and speed to contend, unfortunately, for the win. But I think Zilisch will have a better run. I think a lot of guys are going to run into issues and trouble throughout the event. He's got some work to do in the race, but he'll start in 33rd position. Todd Gillen qualified 34th. Brad Keselowski qualified 35th. Once again, really, really struggling this year when it comes to speed of the car. Just no speed whatsoever. And when they have speed, they're making mistakes. He qualifies 35th. Cody Ware qualifies 36th. Derek Kraus qualified 37th. Josh Lee qualified 38th. Carson Osbar spun out during qualified 39th. And Ross Chastain will start last as Ross Chastain spun out. His car looked really good on the long run before they had the issues with spinning out. I really think Ross will be somewhat of a factor for a good run. It's just they're going to be starting at the rear and are going to have a lot of work to do. Before talking about the factors, I want to talk about Amazon Prime's coverage really quick. I got to say, I'm very impressed at Amazon Prime's coverage. And NASCAR Productions has taken control of the Amazon Prime coverage. And I got to say, it is really, really good. Everyone sounds cohesive. The chemistry in the booth is really, really awesome. There's a lot of in-depth analysis. There's a lot of great cam work. There's cam work that I haven't seen in a very long time on a broadcast, especially for a mile and a half. And it just seems like they care. And that's been the issue with Fox for a long time, right? Is Fox just doesn't seem like they care. Amazon, for the first broadcast, I'm very impressed so far. We'll have to see how they are throughout the event of the Coke 600. But I think they've been really solid so far. And I thought the broadcast for Amazon was really, really good today. And I'm very excited for the broadcast tomorrow or today when many of you are watching this video. Now, let's talk about the top factors going into the race. I think Larson's going to have a good chance to win. William Byron looked really good on the long run. I think Brad Keselowski, despite the fact he's starting pretty far back, his car looked good. I think the Trackhouse cars do have decent speed. I think the JGR cars, they have decent speed. Hamlin looked pretty good out there. Ty Gibbs' long run speed was good. I also really like the speed of Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell. They both look really good out there, and I think they're going to have some solid pace and speed to be pretty big contenders. Overall, I think this could be one of the most wide-open Coke 600s, and I'm really not sure who's the current favorite at the moment to win, but I think there's a lot of guys that have a great chance and opportunity to pick up the win in this year's Coca-Cola 600. So, that is going to be a full reaction to Coca-Cola 600 qualifying from Charlotte Motor Speedway. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. Notifications on so if I win a video, it does go live on my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and support me on Patreon as well. Let's go below that and comment your thoughts below on today's qualifying session. What are your thoughts on today's video? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Congratulate Chase Briscoe on winning the poll. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. In a couple hours from now, we're going to see the NASCAR Xfinity Series reactions to the race. Then, of course, tomorrow we're going to have the starting lineup for the Coca-Cola 600. We are also going going to have the Indy 500 review, and we're going to have the Coca-Cola 600 review as well. The Monday, we're going to have maybe 1 or even 2 NASCAR news videos dropping on the channel. We might even do truck race picks as well. We'll have to wait and see. Might push that to Tuesday. And there's also going to be a silly season update, more than likely dropping on Tuesday as well. Then on Wednesday, we have a NASCAR news video, maybe Xfinity Series race picks. And then on Thursday, we're going to have Cup picks for the race, and then, of course, for the race at Nashville. And then, of course, we're going to have the paint scheme video as well. And then Friday, we'll have a NASCAR news video and the Truck Series race review from Nashville as well. We got a lot of content coming on people like Haley Deegan, Shane Van Gisbergen, Carl Arts, Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Bubba Wallace, Ross Chastain, Red Bull, Connor Zilch, Junior Motorsports, Dodge, Honda, other people like Carson Quaffle, Sam Mayer, Sheldon Creed, Clayton McFarland, Matt DiBenedetto, Frankie Muniz, all the good stuff we'll be talking about on the channel in the coming days and weeks. So anyways, like I said, I want to thank you guys for watching today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time for more great, awesome NASCAR content and other motorsports content on the channel like this. Take care, everybody.